get into this real quick. I think that's gonna be my next video about the Gamecocks for the XFL. I believe that those 3 games he had to sit out because I believe that Gigi has to understand one thing. That you cannot say certain things and put it on social media because you're frustrated, right? I believe that those conversations should have had it happen eternally, and he's not internally internal. I believe that you just don't put your teammates and your coaches on blast because you're angry. And I think that he felt that. I think those 3 games, Lamont Paris put him on the bench. The Gamecocks actually played really well. He came back with LSU. We had a game. We won a game. So we're going to talk about that game real quick. And this is probably a wash season for the men's basketball team. The women's are straight killing it. But the men's basketball team, as we're going to SEC play, I believe one thing that this thing is, I think that Gigi Jackson has to understand, man, you're a hometown kid with a program that's not necessarily A1 or top 1. So it's going to take a lot of work to get us where we need to get to. But let's read the article as we won against LSU. Good win. So it says the college basketball season is winding down, and barring a miracle run in the SEC tournament, the South Carolina Gamecocks won't make the postseason. That doesn't mean there's nothing to play for. As Coach Paris wraps up his first year as head coach, he's looking to see growth in his players, positive steps that the program can take into next season. On Saturday, that was yesterday, at LSU, the Gamecocks showed their potential. Even Gigi Jackson, fresh off the worst game and lowest points of the season, contribute in a major way. Facing a struggling Tigers 12-15, 1-13 in the SEC, the Gamecocks also struggling 10-17, 3-11, led the entirety of the contest, defeating LSU 82-73. The win was just USC's 3rd in the league's play. All 3 have come on the road. Good God. So Gigi starts. Carter sits with injury. Jackson hasn't started the last 3 games after he complained about not getting the ball on a live Instagram video. In the team's loss to Vanderbilt on Tuesday, Jackson played just 4 minutes in the second half and was visibly frustrated on the sideline, untucking his jersey and standing apart from his teammates when they huddled. And I think that's kind of, ticky-tacky picking on the young man because, of course you're looking at Gigi. He's the star of the program. The program's not doing so hot. He is the NBA top 15 guy coming out the draft, and you're looking at him and you're watching him. You're not even watching the game. You're just watching Gigi Jackson, see what he's doing. So, of course, you can see him untucking his jersey, not standing. He's a young kid. He's just turned 18. Let's keep going. But with Chico Carter Jr. sitting Saturday due to a lingering knee tendonitis issue, Paris reinserted Jackson into the starting lineup, and the 18-year-old freshman delivered. Right? Jackson set the tone immediately by making back-to-back 3-pointers in the game's opening minutes to give the Gamecocks a 6-0 lead. He finished the game tied with a team-high 20 points, bouncing back in a big way from his season-low pointers earlier in the week. Right? So the Gamecocks, I just wanted, they had 15 3-pointers on 32 attempts at 47%. Typically when the Gamecocks, the men's team, shoot above 45 to 50% from the 3-point line, which that is amazing. That's that win. That's what we shot when we played Kentucky that night. So here's the next 4 games, right? So Wednesday we play against Alabama at 9 p.m. The 25th we play against Tennessee. The 28th we play against Mississippi State. And March 4th, we play against Georgia. And then March Madness is coming up. And then we got to play, we pretty much got to win the SEC tournament in order to get into the dance. Is it possible? Anything is possible. Will we do it? Probably not. Probably not. I think that Lamont Paris is like, hey, man, listen, as a coach of basketball is my special. I love football. Football and basketball is A and B for me. It's the number 1 A and B. I'm a huge football fan, but I coach basketball. And I love basketball. There's something about football. It's something about the game of football for me that holds a special place in my heart. But with basketball, it takes time. And a lot of people don't realize that. They think that because you're talented, because you have a talented freshman, that we should have been on the upper echelon of the SEC. And last year, I think we was 13 and 15, I believe. We was a couple games away from an NIT bid. And Frank Martin really got those guys playing, got some transfer guys going, but didn't get it done. And I think that Coach Paris, you got to build the program. You got to build the program. And I think that G.G. Jackson coming to South Carolina proved that, listen, we can build this thing from within. And if you have homegrown talent, especially in your backyard, Ridgeview is what in Blythewood? Yes, in Blythewood. It is right down the street. Not down the street, literally, guys. It's about 30, 40 minutes away from USC from downtown. But still, you are in the backyard. You got to get some things done, man. So